Okay, so let's have a chat about the part three and what it's all about. So you probably passed your part one and two, and if you haven't, obviously you've got those to come. The part three is your ability to teach. So it's really important to say it's not about your knowledge. That's been tested on your phase on your part one. Your ability to transfer that knowledge to a skill is your part two, and your part three is your ability to transfer that knowledge to the pupil. So, if you like, in lots of ways, it's pretty straightforward, he says, of course. It's worth knowing about me before we get going, really, is I went around the system twice, so I did 4 part 3s. So I'm pretty happy that I know that it's not as easy as I'm going to try and make it out to be. And it's all about work, really. So it's putting in the work, putting in the effort, and putting in the knowledge. So we're going to look at some of those things now and what part three is about and why it's structured in the way it is. So it's 2 phases, phase one, phase two. The phase one is a pupil that's never done this subject before but may well have done some driving. And the phase two is this person's done this subject before but needs brushing up on certain bits. So the phase one is really about your ability to instruct, and I call that control and educate. And they may well have done elements before, but if you think, oh, well, I'm doing crossroads, I've done emerging turning, I just talk through the differences, the examiner won't be able to see your instructor ability, and that's what they need to see, your ability to instruct. And they will always play a pupil that basically isn't able to is able to follow instructions but hasn't done this before. So it's really important that you home in on that and that you give them complete control and complete education, and we'll talk about that as we go through and what that means. On the phase two, your job is to find out what they know, what they don't know, and what they can and can't do, and fill in the gaps. So you would let them go to make mistakes, but then you would jump in. So I think it's important to know sort of how that's structured. And each phase lasts for 30 minutes, and they're completely separate. And there's things called PSTs, the 10 PSTs, but you can find reference to those on the site.